सुनो मत बोलो, wherever, whenever, whatever you are, be 100% करे नाटक, किसी को आओ मत कहो, किसी को जाओ मत कहो, ना कुछ पाना ना कुछ खोना. Who asked you live at zero complete level? मौज में रहो, be happy.
Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. I am asked to speak on Live, L-I-V-E, Live Gita or Leave Gita, L-E-A-V-E. When we take some medicines, I am a victim of many pathies. There are some people who are very much fond of this Ayurveda, and therefore they say that Ayurveda can cure everything, and they will give you such terribly bitter medicine that to avoid the next dose, you say, I am okay now. This is one pathy. Second pathy is naturopathy. Naturopathy is when they give you the sabudana khichdi, that time they say, there are no side effects. There are no even effects. Forget about side effects. See? Then the third one is the allopathy. Allopathy is the disease replacement. See? One disease is replaced by other one. And then the fourth one is the most terrible one, and that is naturopathy. In naturopathy, they take you back to the animal stage. Eat only the grown up vegetables or the grass, wheat grass. So come back to the natural state. And you do that. So after you do that, I don't think it is helping me. Then we leave that pathy. Then we start living another pathy. In the same manner, we are all professional satsangi. So many Mahatmas have come and gone. No change. We are as we are. Nothing can change us, nothing can disturb us. So we have heard Bhagavad Gita so many times. Now the question is, are we living Bhagavad Gita in our day-to-day life? If we are not, then we should better leave Gita. If a person working under the trucks, very dirty clothes, if he goes and some more dirt comes on him, it doesn't matter. It's okay, it's already dirty. But when your clothes are very clean, tinopal white and all that, even a passing motorcycle's emission will leave a spot on your clothes. In the same manner, if we are leading our life like any person, then nobody will bother or object you. Why you behave like this thing? But what happens? Mummy goes for satsang, every day she studies Bhagavad Gita and she knows it by heart. Before taking food, we have to chant 15 chapters of Gita. But this I am not cooking the story. But the children at home, they call me. Swamiji, we are fed up of Gita. I say, you never come. How can you be? No. Every time mommy goes and listens to you, and the same thing vomits, and we get fed up. Friends, when we take food, if the food is digested, it will be assimilated, it will be used for building the tissues, it will be used for giving energy to all the organs, and unwanted stuff will be excreted. But if we take the food, whatever food you may take, if you take the food, what are the kinds of food we can think of? We can think of two types of foods: South Indian, North Indian. South Indian food is dosha and sambar, or idli and sambar, or vada and sambar. Sambar is common. And that you eat. And it so happened that you are not able to digest it and vomit. One example. Second example, there is another person who is eating all sweets, rasgulla, chom chom, then jalebi, shondesh. He eats that. And something goes wrong, and he also vomits. Now there are two vomits in front of us. Will we discuss, hey, South Indian vomit is not good, but this North Indian vomit is good? Because it is that of, the rasgulla and all sweet. Vomit is a vomit, is it not? Disgusting. In the same manner, when we study Gita, not digested, because we are not living, not digested, then it is vomited. And what is vomiting? Telling others what they should do. See? Therefore, we have to come to this clear understanding. First of all, if Gita we are studying, what should happen to us? The disease is diagnosed from the symptoms. We go to the doctor, unless you are Indian, you will not tell what disease you have got. You will tell the symptoms. When Indians go to the doctor, they teach the doctor, Doctor Sahab, एक injection लगा लो. अरे. So, we go to the doctor and tell the symptoms. From the symptom, the disease is arrived at. Oh, this is the disease. In the same manner, when we are living Bhagavad Gita, Living, when we are living Bhagavad Gita, what are the symptoms? And what has happened in whole Bhagavad Gita? See, friends, so I'll take you right from beginning. Birth of Bhagavad Gita. If we try to understand Bhagavad Gita without a reference to Mahabharata, we will be only academician. See? There was one girl in Siliguri, Bengal, many years before, maybe about 25, 30 years before. I was having my talks there, and after the talk, she came and she said, Swamiji, I am so and so, and I am doing PhD on Bhagavad Gita. See? I said, very good. I have discovered something. You have discovered Bhagavan Krishna? No. Then there are many contradictions in Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita is a book of contradictions, and there are many verses which are meaningless. So I asked her, I said, are you talking about the two verses from 9th chapter? Maya tatamidam sarvam jagadav vyaktamurtina mastani sarva bhutani nachaham teshvavastitaha nachamastani bhutani pashyame yogameshwaram Bhuta Vrunnacha Bhutastaha Mamatma Bhuta Bhavanaha. Are you talking about these two verses? She nearly jumped out of her skin and said, "Oh, you also agree?" I said, "No, I only read it. I didn't agree with you." See, there is no meaning in that. I said, God bless you, and you will get your PhD. See? Because simply talking, simply reading is not enough. Simply eating food is not enough. Food must be digested, must be assimilated. Then the effects are seen. So we go to satsanga and then we come back and then at home we are a problem. Now you are all here. They say satsanga gives peace, is it not? Now where is the peace? At your home. Because you are away from your home. Therefore, there is peace. See, friends. Therefore, if we want to live Bhagavad Gita, we must have clear understanding. The first understanding is Bhagavad Gita forms a part of a great epic Mahabharata, and this situation of the war did not happen haphazardly. It was slowly developed. And then Pandavas were firm. We have to fight this war and win. There was no doubt left. Be very attentive. There was no doubt left. And thereafter, the story begins. Now be attentive. Who told Bhagavad Gita to whom? Think. First, Bhagavan Krishna told to Arjun. Second, by the grace of Vedavyasa, the Bhagavad Gita was heard also by Sanjay. So one pair is Bhagavan Krishna and Arjun. Second pair is Bhagavan Krishna and Sanjay. Third pair is Sanjay and Dhritarashtra. Fourth pair is I am talking to you. Isn't it? Now, when Bhagavad Gita was heard by Dhritarashtra, after listening from Sanjay, what happened to Dhritarashtra? What we are trying to learn, live Gita or leave Gita. Don't forget the basic. After hearing Bhagavad Gita, what happened to Dhritarashtra? Nowhere in the Mahabharata it is mentioned that anything happened to him. So for him, leave Gita, not living Gita. How important it is. Now, when we are listening to satsanga, in which position we are? Are we in the position of Dhritarashtra? Dhritarashtra means what? The one who is holding on to the position. See? Mother, mother-in-law, father, father-in-law, daughter-in-law, husband, wife, holding on to the position. Remember, we are not 100% all the time husband. Only when you are in front of your wife, you are husband. Thereafter, you are happy. But you continue to be miserable. Who can help you? See? So, after listening to Bhagavad Gita, nothing happened to Dhritarashtra because he was blind. Number one. Second thing, it was too late for him. Do you know? Bhagavad Gita was told by Bhagavan Krishna to Arjun before the war began. Same Bhagavad Gita was told by Sanjay to Dhritarashtra on the 10th day of the war. Not at the time when Bhagavad Gita was told. Every day what is happening on the battlefield was reported to Dhritarashtra being the king. So many people died, so many soldiers killed, so many elephants cut, and so many chariots were broken. There is a complete detailed account. Everything is happening. He knows it. So why will he ask a question that Dharma Kshetre, Kurukshetre, Samaveta, Yutsavaha, Mamaka Pandavaschaiva, Kimakurvata Sanjaya? Why will he ask a question? He knew everything. This cannot be the question. Kim Akurvata Sanjay, hey Sanjay, on the battlefield, my and Pandu's children, having come with a view to fight the war, what they have done. See? It is wrong. This cannot be the question. Then, questions have got many shades. One shade is examination. See? One day, I tell you about examination. This happened in New Jersey probably about 5-7 years before. There was one imported NRI from India, and he was teaching Bhagavad Gita to the that group. Okay? Andhe naivaniya mana yathandha, like that. And I was invited for lunch, so I went there. I said, "Lagao khana." Swamiji, we want you to talk on Bhagavad Gita. I said, "Look here, our contract is only eating, not talking. My mouth can do only one thing, either talk or eat. I have come for eating, no talking." Then that old NRI said, Swamiji, I am so and so, I have studied Gita and I have been teaching to these people for last 6 months. Now I want to hear second chapter of Gita. Very elderly man. So now he is somebody, great guest, respected person. So I can't brush away. I said, okay, sir, I will say whatever I know little bit and I finish second chapter in 1 hour. Then question answer. You all know I don't entertain questions answers. No, at least one question. I kept quiet. Then he asked, how many verses are attributed to Dhritarashtra? How many to Sanjay? How many to Arjun? And how many verses are attributed to Bhagavan Sri Krishna? And my guru is your children. Our American parents' children, they are my guru. How? You ask them anything. Hey, what is your plan after your schooling? What line of education you want to take? They will be invoking the Vyahruti. You know Vyahruti, what is that? When we chant Gayatri Mantra is Tat Savitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Na Prachodaya. But we don't chant like that. We add something, prefix. Om Bhur Bhu Swaha. Then Tat Savitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Na Prachodayata. In the same manner, your children here, they also, you ask them, hey, what is your plan? A, U, E. Om Bhur Bhu no, Om Bhur Bhu Swaha. A, U, E. Mantra. I don't know. It's such a powerful mantra, I tell you. Therefore, I adopted. Your children are my guru. Many things are discovered. See? You are not obliged to answer every question. How simple it is. We have to learn. Then only we can live that knowledge. So, when he asked me this question, how many verses to whom? So I invoke my guru. I don't know. He said, how it is possible you don't know? You are teaching Gita. I said, okay, let me try if I can remember. Then I told, one verse is attributed to Dhritarashtra. Then, no word, no verse, no shloka is attributed to Bhagavan Sri Krishna. When I said like this, he nearly jumped out of his skin. What? I said, yes. Not a single shloka is chanted or said by Bhagavan Krishna. How can you say that? I said, show me your Bhagavad Gita book. So he showed Gita Press book. This is the book. I said, where it is written? Sri Bhagwan Krishna Uvacha. It is written only Sri Bhagavan Uvacha. Bhagwan can be Ram, Bhagwan can be Shiva, Guru Bhagwan. And do you know, in the olden days, there used to be one Hindi cinema actor. His name was Bhagavan. Bhagavan Uvacha. See, friends. And Bhagwan Krishna never said that I, the Devaki Putra, is talking to you. He never said, I, the Gopi Prana Vallabha, is talking to you. What he says? Ajopi sannam vayatma bhutanam ishwaropi san prakritim swam adhisthaya sambhavami atmamayaya. See, Ajopi san, although unborn, I manifest myself. Bhagwan is never born. He manifests. Yamai vesha vrunute tena labhyaha tasyaisha atma vivrunute tanum swam. Upanishad says, Paramatma manifests. He doesn't have to come and go here and there. Friend, what was happening? It was only academics. And those who are studying Bhagavad Gita academically, they cannot live it. They have left it already. Friends, do we have to exhibit our knowledge? Do we have to evaluate other people? No. When we take medicine, in that medicine, do we compare? तुमने लिया था, तुम्हारा कैसा हुआ? No, it's an individual thing. See, my friends, therefore, we have to live Bhagavad Gita every moment. Now, coming back again, when Bhagavad Gita was told then by Sanjay to Dhritarashtra, it was not told when Bhagavad Gita was delivered. It was told on the 10th day. The reason is, there was no possibility of Bhishmacharya falling to the arrows of Arjuna. He was invincible. And yet it happened. And that has shaken Dhritarashtra completely. And therefore, his question was a surprise, an objection. How can it happen? See? Kim akurvata Sanjaya. On the battlefield, what happened? What my children did? What they did? And how can this happen? Bhishmacharya has fallen. Otherwise, he imagine. At the time of delivery of the Bhagavad Gita, had Dhritarashtra heard it, and what was told in Bhagavad Gita, that in the 11th chapter, Bhagavan shows all the Bhishmacharya, Dronacharya, all the warriors, all of them were entering in the Vishwaroop of Bhagavan, and he was biting them. And somebody's head is coming from between the teeth, somebody's hand is coming, and the huge form of the Lord was again sucking them, biting and eating them. Had Dhritarashtra known this before the war happens, he would never have allowed the war to continue. He didn't know that. But when he knew, it was already 10 days past. So he has no choice to withdraw. See, friends, now be attentive. Come back to yourself, ourself, not yourself. Have we heard Bhagavad Gita on the 10th day or on the first day? Be attentive. Every day is right for us. See? Now, what is that right day? Right day is, take an example to understand. When the dream is going on very well, very nice dream, you are with your beloved friend and you are moving somewhere, let us take in New Zealand, and taking a nice motorcycle and somebody sitting behind you and you are going and nice, mere sapano ki rani. Do you think such a dream will break? Uh, but then that motorcycle skids and falls. Immediately the dream breaks. In the same manner, this waking dream, everything is goody goody, goody goody, goody goody, not break. Then some accident has to happen. See? An accident is the only way we come out of, we are ejected out of the dream. Be attentive. Dream was false. Accident was also false. But to come out of the false, you require the medication of the false. How important it is. And therefore, if we are living Bhagavad Gita, Living, we will become alert in our day-to-day experiences. And whenever we are hurt, whenever we are cheated, whenever we got a kind of a shock, unexpected thing happening, understand we are a right person to live Live, to live Bhagavad Gita. When everything is going goody 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 goody, क्या करना है अभी बुढ़ापे में. But then, like Dhritarashtra, it is too late. He can't withdraw. See? And therefore, be very attentive. In the 15th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, these topics are brought. What is exactly told in scriptures or our scriptures? By scriptures, I mean Veda, Upanishad, Purana, etc. Don't become secular. I am not secular. So, the subject that is dealt with in our Vedas, Upanishad, is according to the following list. Number 1, what is this world? Number 2, how to deal with this world? Number 3, what is the meaning of spiritual practice? Number 4, who is the Jiva, the soul? Number 5, is the soul reality or only a method of communication? And who is God? Where is He? How can we discover Him? How can we attain Him? And ultimately, what is the ultimate truth? These are the topics dealt with in our scriptures. So the first part is called the Guhya Shastra. Guhya Shastra is when we take ourselves to be body and we start living as mother, father, brother, in-law, outlaw. We start living as somebody, then we have to follow Dharma Shastra. Satyam vada dharmam chara swadhyayanma pramada आचार्याय प्रियम धनमावृत्य प्रजातंतुम मा विवच्छेत्सि मातृदेवो भव पितृदेवो भव आचार्य देवो भव अतिथि देवो भव. This is the Guhya Shastra. As long as we are living as body and somebody, we have to follow that. There is no shortcut on the spiritual path. No shortcut. Those who are seeking shortcut, they are cut short. They are not benefited. Now the second one is Guhya Tara Shastra. Guhyatara Shastra is that wherein we are struggling many ways to fulfill our desires. Okay? Because we want something. Till such time we want something, we have declared our bankruptcy of happiness. Now see, whatever we do or we do not do is for what? Because we want happiness. We don't do anything in life to become miserable. See? For example, you people got married. You tell me who gets married to become miserable? And tell me who gets married and doesn't become miserable? See? Meaning all our involvement in the world is seeking happiness. Another extreme, I don't think I can live with him or her, and therefore we separate. So we unite for becoming happy and we separate for becoming happy. In short, we have got only two expressions of life: pravritti, involvement, nivritti, withdrawal. Now tell me, who of us go to sleep to become miserable? Nobody. Because of our snoring, others become miserable. That is their problem. We are not disturbed. See, therefore, when we are living this Bhagavad Gita in our day-to-day life, then only we are the sincere students of Gita. So, we are now old. Is it too early for the next life? No. This is the right time. Friends, in God's creation, nothing happens wrong, nothing happens late. Everything happens perfectly, provided we are sensitive enough to catch that message. Bhagavad Gita tells us this message. See? Therefore, the first topic which Bhagavad Gita talks about, let us take in chapter 15, talks about the world. Now, for us, what is world? World is all these things. No, talk technically. So we are told, Urdhva Moolam Adashakam Ashwatham Prahuravayam Chandamsi Yasya Parnani Yastam Veda Savedavid Adashchordvam Prasruta Tasya Shaka Guna Pravruddha Vishaya Pravala Adashcha Mulanyanusantatani Karmanubandhini Manushya Loke. Thereafter, Na Rupamasya Tathopalabhyate Nanto Nachadir Nata Sampradishta Ashwatthaменam Suviruda Moolam Asanga Shastrena Drudena Chitva. Now, in these three verses, the most important topic about the world is told. Now, what is the first thing to be known? The topic of creation in our scriptures is not meant for proving creation. A simple rule: the unknown is indicated with reference to the known. Like this beautiful temple. I don't know where it is. Then what is known to you? Airport. It is nearer to the airport. So the unknown is indicated with reference to known. So the unknown reality that we are, what we know? We know this world. Very good. Now we will try to help you through the world to reach yourself. And then it is told, Urdhva Moola Madashakam. The roots are above, the feeding material is above, feeding organ is above, and branches are below. Friends, what we have to learn to live this Bhagavad Gita. Plants eat from below and grow upwards. Animals eat from front, grow backwards. Human beings eat from above, grow downwards and sidewards. Now, what is the next possibility? Eat from back and grow forward? No. As regards human being we are concerned, we have attained complete evolution as human being. Hereafter, evolution can be only spiritual evolution. It can't be anything else. See, friends, how important it is. And therefore, the world that you talk about is not outside. Take the same Bhagavad Gita verse. Urdhva Moolam, we eat from above. Adhashakam, we grow below. And then we are identified with the body. And there, after our samsara begins. What is the samsara? Karma, karma, karma. Karmanubandhini manushya loke. Animals don't have the botheration of karma. That is the bhoga yoni. Devatas do not have the botheration of the karma. That is also a bhoga yoni. It is only human beings who are given this opportunity. Either make your life fulfilled or again go back to the same rut of living and dying every now and then. Karmanubandhini manushya loke. Now here Bhagavan Krishna in the third, fourth chapter tells what kind of karma binds us. See? And what is karma? Karma is an act associated with a sense of doership is karma. Again, 15th chapter, Bhagavan says, Ma karma phala heturbhuhu. Don't become the cause for creating the karma phala. See? So this world, till such time we take this world as real, nothing wrong. Till you take yourself to be body, nothing wrong. But then live according to the discipline, rules and regulations. Like you are in America and you say, but I am from India, so I will drive you on the left side, not on the right side. Then go back to India. In the same manner, till such time, we are living as the body, living as somebody, mother, father, brother, sister, husband, wife, fulfill your duties. Nothing wrong in that. See, friends. But how to live? Be attentive in this world. How to live? Only by proper thinking, all the problems of life can be dissolved. No problem in the relative world can be solved. It can never be solved. Take any problem. They can be dissolved. Because problems are born because of wrong or mistaken understanding. Correct your understanding, problem's gone. So we don't have to solve the problems. We have to dissolve the problem. And therefore, Bhagavan says, Na rupamasseha tathopalabhyate. Don't think that this world with the roots up and branches below is anywhere in this world. No, it is nowhere. See, friends. Nanto na chadir nata sampradishta. There is no beginning to this creation. There is no sustenance to creation. There is no end to creation because there is no creation. Now tell me, what is the date of creation of mirage waters? Mirage waters appear, we experience, but do they exist? Now for this, we will come to conclusion that mirage waters are illusions. Very good. After having known it is mirage waters, will it be removed? Will we try to improve? Will we try to harvest? No, because we know it is just an appearance. Now go one step further. This mirage water, when we have accepted that as an illusion, we don't desire anything about mirage waters. come back to the world. When this world is there, four questions. When the world is created, where from the world begins, where the world is, and where the world dissolves. One of my spiritual practice is learning from my sleep. I am a sleeping giant. I can sleep anytime, except in the satsang. When you people sleep, I feel jealous. See, they can sleep and I can't sleep. So, like I came to Lata's place in the afternoon, I landed, had my lunch, and then I went and slept. So, when I woke up, I had to find out where I am. Because in deep sleep, I am nowhere space. I am never time. I am nobody. The moment I am identified with the body, so the world comes, oh, I am in LA, space. Oh, I have got a talk in the evening. I am a bluff master. Oh, it is time, get ready. So time, space, and object, they are the world. And when this happens, when we are identified with the body. Living in the body is not a problem. Identified with the body and living as the body is the problem. Then this world is created. So the birth of the world is body identification. The world continues to exist as long as we are identified with the body. And the world disappears when there is no identification with the body. Now to understand this, I'll tell you another experience. My friends, my all spiritual practice, I'll tell you my personal thing. Learn from every experience in life. You cannot learn from books. By books, you will become an erudite scholar. Vedanta, Shravan, Manan, Nidhi, Dhyasanam. Study is not mentioned. See, friends. And when we are in the process of learning, then we are living, L-I-V-I-N-G, living Bhagavad Gita. See? It is so important. Again and again, we have to learn from every experience of our life. So, when I am in deep sleep, there is no world. When I am awake, the world is created. World begins from me, and the whole world is created. Now, once I am convinced that this world appears under n number of conditions, otherwise it has no existence, will I ever desire anything about the worldly things? We don't desire when something is recognized as illusion. See? Again and again we have to work on it, work on it. See? Now, one more deep thought. Be very, very attentive. I am telling you how to live Bhagavad Gita. When we stand in front of the mirror, can we stop reflection happening in the mirror? We cannot. Whether it is we standing or a bird standing in front of the mirror, there will be reflection. Both of us, ourselves and the bird, they are seeing the reflection. Now the question is, what is the reaction of ours in that experience and what is the reaction of the bird? We see the reflection, but we are looking at us. When you take, that black thing, what you call, I don't know, you have to put in your eyes because God's creation is to be improved. He created all rubbish things. So therefore we do the makeup to cover the makeup. So we take that black thing and then do we put it in the mirrors? So we are seeing the reflection but knowing ourselves. We are looking at us. And therefore, we will never struggle to desire the reflection, to improve the reflection, to destroy the reflection, and to talk about reflection. We will say, hey, the other day I was standing in a temple and there are so many mirrors, and there are so many reflections. Will we talk? Because we have accepted that it appears but doesn't exist. But come to the bird. What is the understanding of the bird? There is somebody there, my enemy. Therefore, I must go and hit him. And he starts pecking with his beak and starts bleeding. Still, he is not good. He is also hitting me. I am also hitting him. And then he goes behind the mirror, tries to see. Oh, it's not there. I think it has run away. Again he comes. Again he has come. And then he becomes a spiritual seeker. Kurute Ganga Sagar Gamanam Vrata Paripalanam Athava Danam. Go and take a holy deep in Ganges. Go to various holy places. Badrinath, Kedarnath, and all these places and do charity. Yet it is not going. Okay, let me. Who is doing this? A bird. Now the bird is doing sadhana. Now his sadhana is, he is now doing the yogasanas and open the eyes, still there. Okay, then he does pranayam, yet it doesn't go. And then he is doing the kumbhaka, open the eyes, still there. Then what should I do? Kapal Bhati, what should I do? And the best way, now I will do meditation. The biggest bluff. Sit forward. And then open. Oh, still there. Meditation unsuccessful. You may do anything in life. You tell me, these meditation fellows, they close the eyes and sit. What do you get when you close the eyes that you miss when you open the eyes? Think. The only solution is the bird has to understand it appears, doesn't exist. All problem gone. And therefore, if we are living Bhagavad Gita like Bhagwan Krishna lived, when Arjuna was crying, frustrated, Katham Bhishmamaham Sankhe Drunam cha Madhusudana Ishubhi Pratiyotsyami Pujarha Varisudana. This is how Arjuna said. But these chanting fellows, they go on. Katham Bhishmamaham Sankhe Drunam cha Madhusudana. Can somebody chant like this? Mechanical. And while chanting, they'll be rocking like this. I don't know why they rock. If you put chilies below, after Bhagavad Gita, chutney will be ready. So, when all these things happen, see, Sanjay tells Dhritarashtra in clear words, when Arjuna was frustrated crying, to that frustrated crying Arjun, Bhagwan Krishna spoke, Prahasan iva, cheerfully, happily, without any confusion. Now to understand this, I'll give one example. There is to be one girl, now she is grown up married. In Mumbai, I used to go to their house. She was about 3 years or so, and a very close family, husband, wife, and one daughter. So she used to call me my Swami. If any other child comes and sits in my lap, she will throw the shell. Get away, this is my Swami, not home. One day, I was just talking to her. I said, hey, you have got mom and dad. I don't have anyone. You love me, isn't it? Yes, Swami, I love you. Then why don't you share? Give dad to me, mom you keep, dad I keep. So we'll have one each. She immediately ran to her dad. a huge structure and her small little hand. No, 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 don't take my dad. She's covering. I said, all right, keep the dad. I'll take mom. I'm not particular about anything. I'll take mom. So I caught her hand and we were going. And she started crying, frustrated and tossing and all. Oh, no, 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 no. When this was happening to her, neither me nor her mother nor her father were miserable. Why? Because we knew it is just an illusion. But the child thought it is real. Therefore, she is suffering. Apply the same principle in life, my friends. Bhagavan, when he says, Narupamasseha tathopalabhyate, nanto na chadi nata sampratishta. Don't think this body is the ultimate that we are. See? Right from childhood, how many bodies we have changed? Small, little, cute body. Everybody comes and hugs and kisses and all that. But I don't know what happened to people. Now, when they look at me, they go away. Arey Baba, now you are 98, not out. That time you were only few months. See? So we have changed so many bodies. When did we die? This is living Bhagavad Gita. If you are studying Gita, even a passing thought about your death should not come in your mind. Because Nanto Nachadi Narasam Pradishta, never were you born, never did you grow, never do you die. None of us have got these experiences. We have no experience of birth. Somebody tells us, and those who tell, they also bluff. You must have seen these people, they make the horrible scope. It is actually a horror scope. And then they say, this. And if you observe, nobody is born on a round figure time except two. Bhagwan Ram, Bhagwan Krishna. Born exactly at 12 o'clock. Rest, you see your horrible scope. 9:28. Now who saw? Mother doesn't know. She was in pain. And the um, nurse, she has to attend dozens of them. Will she look here? This I have myself seen this. I am telling you. So I asked that nurse after everything was over. I said, Mama, this for my general knowledge I want to ask. You people give the time of birth always odd figure, not complete figure. Is it so correct? She says, Swamiji, I'll tell you. You are a Swami, I'll not tell you lies. Yes. If we tell child is born at 9 o'clock, they don't trust us. We are bluffing. But if I say 8:59, now what is the time of birth? When the tail comes out or head comes out? But that we become so serious. And we take this body to be me. So we have no experience of birth. Second thing, we have no experience of growth. Any girl, for the first time, when she is addressed by a child, Auntie, what is the time, please? So what? Don't call me Auntie, call me Didi. Hare. Because we don't know that we are growing. Similarly, oldies, if the children call them Dadaji, they don't like it. Call me uncle, don't call Dadaji before everybody. Are yaar, you are not out 90 and still you want to be a child. Because we have no experience of growth. Two factors. No experience of birth, no experience of growth. Third, we have no experience of death. Then what is to be done? Narupamasseha tathopalabhyate nanto na chadirnata sampratishta. This is what this world. It is neither created nor it is real. Then what is to be done? Asanga shastrena dhrudena chitva. See, by the sword of asangata, detachment, cut it away. Be attentive. Something very secret I'll tell you. Digest it. Don't tell others. Attachment is an illusion. Nobody is attached to anything. See? This principle I learned here, I tell you. Somebody died. And then I happened to be there, so I had to go and condolence, move. I don't believe in that, but I had to do drama, Karnataka. So that lady who was there crying, naturally anybody will cry. But what are the dialogues? That was my interest. The dialogues were, no, what will happen to me? He never told me how to go to bank. He didn't allow me anything. I don't know how many accounts are there. That fellow is dead and you are not worried about him. Worried about yourself. Be attentive. Nobody is attached to anything or anybody. Principle number 1. 2. We are not attached to our body also. What is sleep? Consciously, you disown your body. See? There was a child in Haryana, it happened in Hisar many years before. In a very big palatial house I was staying, and he was the home minister of the first parliament of our country, India. In his house I was staying. So, the grandchild or great grandchild was very fond of his great grandmother. In the morning, he'll go and wake her up. Dadi ma, get up, don't sleep, it is day, like that. And then old lady used to sleep. One day it so happened, she died in the sleep. So this child went as usual and pulled her. Dadi ma, get up. So her danger came out and fell. He said, put it in the mouth, what you are doing. Now the child doesn't know. So he called his mother. Mummy, see Dadi ma, what she is doing. She is behaving like a child. She has thrown her danger out. So the old lady is dead, it was known. And then he was not ready to accept that when you go to sleep, you die. That day he did not sleep. At night he did not allow any, don't sleep, don't sleep. Anybody sleep, you don't sleep, you will die, don't sleep, you will die. It has become so deep in him. See? Then I told him, I said, look here, come, I'll tell you something. I said, now look here, I'll sleep for half an hour. After half an hour, you move me and see whether I die or not. Okay? Okay, you is okay. Mummy, daddy, no. So I slept for half an hour. I said, no, wake me up. Oh, so everybody doesn't die in sleep? I said, no. Oh, thank God. See? When we see somebody dying, what we have to learn, we are not attached to anything or anybody. I have coined two terms. All the possessions of our life in our Indian language, they are sukha kachra, dry garbage. And all the relations of our life, they are gila kachra, the wet garbage. Both the garbages we drop when we go to sleep. And when you drop the garbage, you feel fresh, is it not? Now, what is that we get in the deep sleep, because of which we are so eager to go to sleep, even in the satsang? What is the reason? The reason is that we don't get anything. On the contrary, tyage naike amrutatva manasho. We reject everything. And we come to a point which cannot be rejected. That is what we are. Therefore, if we are to live Bhagavad Gita in our day-to-day life, what is to be done? Don't have to give up anything, but don't take anything seriously. Like we see the drama. Watch the drama, enjoy. If there is some kind of misery, you cry also, doesn't matter. After drama is over. But don't carry the burden all the time. So, what is living Bhagavad Gita? Living Bhagavad Gita is this. Asanga shastrena drudena chitva. Remove that wrong notion from our head that I cannot live without him, without her. I cannot go without this, without that. It is all rubbish. Every day we sleep means what? We are not identified with the body. And therefore, three things happen. One, no desire. Two, no anger. Three, no fear. There was a group of youngsters going for hiking in the mountains. And one of the lazy fellow, he was left behind. It became evening. How, what to do? He did know the sun also was not traceable and he got frustrated. Finally, he has no choice. So he opened his backpack and opened the small tent which he was carrying. He fixed somewhere and then went inside. He was so tired, in no time he slept. And by human smell, the tiger came. But this fellow, he was sleeping. And therefore, he was snoring away. Grrr, grrr. Tiger got frightened and ran away. Not this man. Because he was not identified with the body. For him, the tiger doesn't exist. But for the tiger, somebody is there other than me. Therefore, what is samsara? Samsara is the sense of otherness, number one, and the sense of incompleteness, number two. When these two things are rejected, we are on the top of the world. Therefore, this simple thing is demonstrated in Bhagavad Gita in so many ways. Dhritarashtra thought that this world is real and I have to win. I want to remain eternally. See the stories in our Puranas, our Hiranyakashipu, he never wanted to die. I should continue living all. And there Bhagavan has to take the Narsimha Garu avatar. And then he comes and all these things are telling us only this much. As long as you are identified with the body, do your karma. Karmanyeva adhikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana ma karma phala heturbuhu ma te sangasto karmani. Don't keep yourself unoccupied. Keep yourself busy. इतना बिजी मरने को फुर्सत नहीं मिलनी चाहिए. Many people ask me this question, Swami, we are surprised and worried that why you keep on running everywhere, round the world, round the clock. Nowhere 3 days, 4 days, 5 days. What do you get? I said, I don't get anything, but people get happiness. Because when I go to their house before my arrival, they know my departure. Therefore, they are happy. See? If they think, my God, when is he going? Then you will suffer. Before anybody has to tell us, get away, we should have the wisdom to go away. This is what oldies don't understand. They get involved in their children's family beyond requirement. Before they have to tell us, Mummy, will you please shut up? कितना बड़ा किया प्यार से. Remove this wrong notion from your head that children are grown because there are parents. ऊपर वाला सो नहीं रहा है. Those who don't have children, the children don't grow. Hey, how come you are not growing? No parents, I am waiting. No. But ahankara vimudhatma karta hamiti manyate. And because of that we suffer. Therefore, whatever we have to do it cheerfully, happily, perfectly, and live it equally, happily, cheerfully, perfectly. You are living Bhagavad Gita if this is practiced. If they are not living this, then you are living. ठीक है, भगवद गीता तो ठीक है. ओम पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते. ओम शांति शांति शांति. हरि ओम. श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः. हरि ओम.